This is There's Nothing Wrong with Love by Built to Spill. Let's talk records. It is 1992 in Boise, Idaho. While the music world's eyes are glued to Seattle, Doug Martsch quietly built something different. Music that leaned more quirky and heartfelt than heavy. After leaving his previous band, Tree People, Martsch formed Built to Spill with Brett Nelson on bass and Ralph Utes on drums. His plan was simple: a new lineup for every album. At least that was the idea. By 1994, Built to Spill had already released their debut album, Ultimate Alternative Waivers, the year before. But that record felt more like a rough draft, a band sketching out ideas. What came next was where Martsch's vision really took shape. Released in September 1994 and produced by Phil Ek, There's Nothing Wrong with Love set Built to Spill apart. Where grunge felt like a howl against the world, Martsch's songs were tender, offbeat, and often funny. He could write about high school crushes, sentimental flashes, or the bittersweet pangs of nostalgia, all while weaving some of the most inventive guitar lines of the decade. By this point, Andy Caps has stepped in on drums, replacing Utes, while Nelson remained on bass. Martsch's high-pitched, fragile voice was part of the charm. On tracks like Car and Dystopian Dream Girl, he delivers lines that feel both goofy and devastating. It's music that admits you can laugh and hurt at the same time. The album plays like a scrapbook of adolescence. It opens with In the Morning, a whimsical fragment about waking up, falling in love, and that mix of optimism and awkwardness that sets the tone for the record. On Reasons, Doug sketches out fantasies about making movies and living an artistic life, even name-dropping Andy Kaufman, like saying, "Don't take this too serious." Big Dipper muses about the kind of band you'd start in high school, echoing the same wide-eyed nostalgia Big Star captured on 13, only filtered through Martsch's quirks. Cleo drifts into surreal territory, with Martsch singing about being in the womb, later tied to his son Benjamin Cleo, born not long after. And the record closes with a hidden track where producer Phil Ek introduces previews of fake songs and announces the next Built to Spill album would arrive August 5th in 1995. It didn't, it was just a joke. It was Martsch's way of pulling the rug out of his own sincerity, ending this nostalgic, heartfelt album with a wink. Critics loved it, but more importantly, it became a word-of-mouth classic. Boise wasn't supposed to matter in the early 90s, but suddenly it did. There's Nothing Wrong with Love made Built to Spill the band you told your friends about when you wanted to let them know you were in on the secret. Within a few years, Built to Spill would sign to a major label and release sprawling albums like Perfect From Now On and Keep It Like a Secret. But for many fans, There's Nothing Wrong with Love remains their most human moment, proof that the most lasting records don't come from the loudest scenes, but from the quiet corners of places like Boise, Idaho.